Lisa,
Yes, baby girl.
when I grow up, I want to be a woman to society.
Then so shall you be. Hey, this is Lisa Landry. Welcome back to One Menace to Society. I'm stoked today to speak with our guest, Tom Zuke. Hello, Tom.
Hey, Lisa. Thanks for having me. This is
Thanks.
going to be fun.
Thanks for being here. I know Zuke is not your real name, but it's the way you're stored in my phone.
Well, my last name's Zukowski, and all my friends started calling me Zuke when I was a kid, so it just stuck. So we can go with Zuke.
You can't get
It
rid of
works
it.
for me.
It is kind of awesome. It's an awesome name. And you grew up in Connecticut? Is that where you're from?
Yeah, born here, lived here, probably going to die here. Been at the same job. I worked for a TV station here in Connecticut. So been at Channel 3 for like 29 years. I have
Yeah.
a daughter who lives close by, so yeah, we have a nice little life going here.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And it's kind of, I mean, I don't know, this is going to sound maybe rude, but it's kind of ironic that you run marathons, right? Because when you think Connecticut, you don't think marathon runners.
Well, I got to tell you, if there's any runners out there that aren't from Connecticut, I'm part of the Hartford Marathon Foundation's Team HMF, or the ambassador team, where we get out in the community and promote running to people who have questions or want to get involved in running. But one of the best marathons around here is the Hartford Marathon in October. It's a great first-time race, flat course. The weather's generally terrific, that time of year. So if any runners out there listening that are looking for a destination marathon, the Hartford Marathon's great. It's Columbus Day weekend, usually around October 12th or 13th, whenever it falls.
Okay, so this is the first kind of week of the new year, and people are
Yeah.
making their resolutions and setting their goals and whatnot. So you're
Yep.
saying that people in the Hartford area could consider this?
Yeah, well, you know what? If you look at the website, hartfordmarathon.com,
Yeah.
the races are all year long. So there's actually a 5K that's coming up in South Windsor, Connecticut on January 12th or 13th. It's 2 weekends away. No, it's on the Sunday, whatever date that falls on. And it's a New Year's resolution run. So if you're looking to jumpstart your training early in the year, that's going to be a fun 5K. It's in South Windsor. It's a flat course. Yeah, everybody's welcome to come.
Well, how do people start training for these marathon events?
Well, I started out, I was really heavy. I lost a lot of weight over a period of time. So I just started out running shorter distances. There's a lot of great training programs you can find online. Basically, you want to get your nutrition in line. You want to start building up the miles. What I started doing was, because I couldn't really run any distance, I would say, all right, I'm going to run to that telephone pole down the street. I would run there, and then I would walk a little bit, and then I'd say, all right, I'm going to run to that next stop sign or whatever. And then after a while, it just became natural, and all of a sudden, I was running like races. You got to start slow. You can't just say, all right, I'm going to run a marathon like in 6 months if you've never run before. You really need to find a program or find a coach. And I've been doing this for so long, and it's kind of funny. I've just started with a new coach. I got into this loop of training, and the last few marathons I've run have been a little difficult. So my first training session was actually today. So it's someone who can get you refocused on your goals. They tell you what to do like every run. So if you're looking to actually do a marathon, maybe even invest in a coach.
What is the average age of the people who run this marathon that you're involved with?
Oh, marathon runners are all ages. You get the younger, faster runners, and then you get like the people who are 52, like myself, who are running for fun. You can qualify for Boston if you train hard enough. I mean, the requirements are very difficult now, but anybody can do it. I've run 43. Unfortunately, I'm not fast enough to qualify for Boston these days, but it's a goal down the road, we'll say. Running is a love it or hate it sport. I happen to love it. But once you get out there, there's nothing like it. You cross that finish line. If it's a 5K, a 10K, half marathon, it's an accomplishment no matter what the distance.
And you're one of those people who gets up at the crack of dawn to get out there and start running.
I do. It's difficult here in the east now because of the weather. Obviously, the sun comes up like at 7:15, so and it's colder. But today was like 52 degrees, so I actually went out with my running partner Amy, and we had a nice little 3-mile run this morning. We've been fortunate here. It snowed like a month and a half ago, and it hasn't snowed since, so it hasn't been too bad. But I'm not a fan of running in the cold. If there's wind and stuff, it's like,
Yeah,
it's either hit the treadmill or suck it up and get out there.
that's one of the reasons I think there's less runners here. But that's just a guess,
Well,
because
I'm
it's
gonna
so
get you out to do
cold.
a 5K one of these days. That's gonna be my goal.
How many marathons have you run, or have you lost count?
No, I've run 43, and what I do is I get the number tattooed on my calf now. I got a big tattoo after my 25th of the Hartford Arch, because the Hartford Arch is the symbol of the Hartford Marathon. You run under the arch, the Soldiers and Sailors Arch, Hartford. So I got like a 25 marathons with a banner, with a banner on it.
Uh-huh.
So then after that, when I got into the 30s, I started getting the Roman numerals. So now I'm up to 43. So I just added a few weeks ago the last 5. So
You're a badass. It's kind of like a gladiator.
yeah, I'm trying. I got to keep going. I got a lot of light to cover there.
And you and your wife do a lot of rescuing animals too, huh?
Yeah, my wife Lori is pretty much the driving force behind our animals. I work long hours and she's home during the day, so she's pretty much the main caretaker. But we have 6 rescues and 2 fish tanks. Yeah.
And 2 fish tanks, so they can feed themselves?
Yeah. Well, I can do the fish. It only takes a couple seconds a day. The rest of them take a longer time.
No, I was kidding. I was being silly. Like your rescue cats could just eat the fish.
Oh. No, the fish are too high up, so the cats can't get to them. A couple of the cats are blind anyway, so they don't even know they're there.
So what happens? You leave home for work and you come home and Lori just has a new blind animal for you?
Well, we're involved with NorthShore Animal League America.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting back to marathons for a second. I'm on their marathon team, so I've run 3 New Yorks, the Hamptons Marathon, and Hartford as fundraisers for NorthShore Animal League America. So we raised over $30,000 for North Shore in the last 4 years. We've been really fortunate. Our friends are great to us, and we do a lot of fundraisers throughout the year. Mm-hmm. So we're so glad to give back.
How long have you been working with North Shore?
We've been volunteering with them for 5 or 6 years now. Amazing people over there. Scott Goober's their marathon team captain, so he's a good friend of ours. Our friend Dat is the one who befriended us. There was a 17-year-old blind cat on her Twitter page. Mm-hmm. He was 15 at the time. Needed a home, right? Turned out he was in Connecticut because the guy had messaged her and I saw it. It turns out the guy lived 1 town over from where I worked. So 2 days after I went to work and he brought this cat. And we had this cat Max for 2 years. He lived to be 17, blind, grouchy, cranky cat, but we loved him. And if it wasn't for us seeing that on Beth's page, we never would have found him, and then we never would have become part of their family, the North Shore family. And they're building a new animal rescue thing there. It's called Bianca's Furry Friends. It's going to be a free roaming cat facility. They're putting a whole second floor on this place. So that's going to be ready in June. So that'll be exciting for them to have that. It's going to be great.
It'll be like a petting zoo, but for cats?
Yeah, pretty much. But you can take the animals home.
Yeah, that's great.
So if anybody's looking to adopt a cat, they're on in Long Island. Animalleague.org is their website. So check them out. They would love your help, and they have a lot of great animals there looking for homes.
I think it's wonderful that y'all take in so many animals.
Yeah, it's a circus, and thank goodness for Lori. She's really does most of the work while I'm at work.
Or running.
Well, she's my support team, so every time we run a marathon, I know exactly where she's going to be.
Aww.
And she'll have exactly what I need at that certain point. Yeah, she's great.
That's adorable.
We have quite a little thing going on here in the house.
Does Lori ever hand you a beer when you're in your last kilometer?
No, but maybe after. I'm not much of a drinker, so I'll have a Coke. That'll be as far as it goes.
Can you drink Coke? You're a marathon runner. Isn't that really bad?
Soda? No, after the race, I'd crave it. I never drink soda, but after a race, it's that's the one thing I want. It's really weird.
That's awesome.
It's replenished. And then we did this silly thing, too. We did this pie challenge, so I let my friends throw pies at me for money. So we called it Pies for Puppies, and when my friend's mother is 84 years old, she donated $25. So I went to her house and she threw a pie at me for NorthShore Animal League. So that was kind of fun too. So
that's really sweet.
I'm challenging you this year to participate in that if I run New York City again.
Yeah, I'm down. Do I throw a pie at you?
Well, you can throw a pie at me, and then I'll make a donation and throw a pie back at you.
Okay, whatever. I'm down. I'm happy to do it. It's for the babies.
I'll remember that come spring.
I think I look better in cherry rather than blueberry, but whatever you got.
I'm on that. Look at the donations, all your followers. Throw a pie at Lisa, make a donation.
This is the first of the new year, and you were talking about how you used to be big, and now you're thin, and you run marathons and save blind animals like a superhero. And I used to be very big myself, so if somebody's listening and they want to lose some weight this new year, what would you tell them?
Not just the first of the year. Anytime you think you need to get onto a program is the right time to do it. I teach group fitness, So I see a lot of new people. I teach a class called Body Pump, which is low weight, high reps, cardio-based weight training. So we see a lot of people in the new year. Once you get into that plan, you gotta get past those first 2 or 3 weeks. Once you get past those first 2 or 3 weeks, it becomes a part of your life, And it's going to be hard at first, That's why you're there. You're not going to go in and find a workout easy when you first start, and it should be hard because it's hard. That's how you're making progress. So just get into that mind focus, clean up your eating and be around people that do what you want to do. Find friends that are active, and they can push you. They can try and get you into the class. I invite almost everybody I know to come to my class, and a lot of people do, and a couple of my friends have actually signed up. So once you find that motivating group of people, that will help you get into the fitness plan and fitness routine that you're looking for. But the first thing you got to do is you got to get out there and do it. You got to go into that gym and don't be afraid. Nobody cares what shape you're in at the gym. Everybody's there for the same goal, So I know a lot of people are intimidated to actually go into a health club, but when I see a new person out in my class, I always come up, I introduce myself, I make them feel welcome, I introduce them to the class. So once you get in the right mindset and with the right people, you can do anything.
Tom, I want to wish you and Lori and your families and the animals a very happy 2019.
Thank you. You too. And to all your listeners, thanks for listening.
You're wonderful, and I really appreciate you sharing your knowledge with everybody. Thank you.
Well, you have a happy new year, and I'm glad we did this. This was fun.
Well, thank you very much, Tom Zuke. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to y'all. Thanks for listening. Please join me at lisalandry.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll know when each new podcast drops. Every woman is Wednesday. Happy New Year to you, Ari Bear. You're my sugar. 2019 is going to be so lit.